interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger.
I'm very excited about this movie. It's been almost 8 years since we've been introduced to Ant-Man in the MCU. And with the upcoming third movie, Quantumania, I thought it would be fun to take a look at the evolution of Ant-Man's suit. So instead of flipping through the entire book, I'm going deeper into a specific concept. What are some of the challenges the designer go through and what were their thought process? Let's get into it. Starting with the first movie, the challenge for the concept artist, Andy Park, is to design a suit which in the movie was supposed to be designed by Hank Pym back in the 60s, a 55-year difference in style. He said the mandate was to design a retro-looking costume since it was created by the original Ant-Man Hank Pym in the 1960s and would also be worn in the modern times by Scott Lang. So the challenge was to design a suit that reflected this dated look, but it was still cool enough to be worn in the modern times. Andy Park, who later on became the visual development supervisor in the second Ant-Man movie, said the following: "Sometimes all we have to go off of is the look from the comic book, but besides the original comic book look, I believe the best designs come when there is a clear story and purpose to that look." I'm really glad to hear that from a pro because that is exactly what I said in the Avatar: The Way of the Water video. For Civil War, Ant-Man's suit was carefully updated to make it more sleek while not to change too much of its retro look that carries a lot of charm. Park, who led the design on Ant-Man, said he had a lot of fun updating his helmet. He kept the gas mask look while maintaining the classic ant look from the comic book. The suit is once again updated slightly for the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. The helmet muzzle size was dialed back down and other small changes to material, patterns, belt, and such. Here in the Ant-Man and the Wasp art book, we have a side-by-side comparison which is handy for what we're talking about. The 3D artist Adam Ross was tasked to figure out how the helmet actually works because in the previous movies, the helmets were in different pieces. He came up with a retracting ability as it would showcase its advanced technology. Ross imagined there would have been a conversation between Pym and Lang on what the suit should look like versus its functions. This again points to the creative process designers do when designing. In the Avengers Endgame art book, it offered up several interesting concept designs for the entire cast of heroes. The main design focus was on the time suit that everyone wore and not so much on the individual heroes. And then finally, we have Quantumania coming out next week. Ant-Man's suit, only noticeable change is a circular indentation on his chest. I have no idea what that could be. I mean, it could be nothing. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below and let's discuss. Hey, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and I'll catch you on the next video.